overall higher education very close to me. So, because higher education, I have been working for more than 15 years internationally, talking to all the students from various backgrounds, various countries, and it really is enriching experience as well. I really believe in the quality of education as well and in the skill building, which is very important, which I want to bring to all the youth who should, spend very good amount of time in their education in building upon the right and the appropriate skill set so that you can become employable. So this is also the very good mission which I would like to, carry forward as well by collaborating more with the universities, by allowing the international perspective into the education sector in India as well, and allowing our talent to have some scope of exposure into the foreign and international migration or just value creation in the organizational activities, which is why I founded Plateau Global to allow this platform and also to say that education and migration is not an expensive affair. It can be managed within the reach of each and every one of us. But the skill and employability skills are more important to be grabbed at this point of time to be employable and to be accepted at the global workplace, which is the message which I would like to give. So just to share, for me, out of all the places I traveled, Europe really made a lot of exposure and enriched a lot of things in me as like it made me confident. It provided a wide range of culture and it's very near to nature, unlike many other countries. And it's near to India as well. So, which is why, these are some of the places I visited. And this is what I feel there is some life in here, which I was missing at all the places, which is why now I have decided to settle down in Germany and to carry upon my initiatives. So, coming to the formal discussion which we are going to have today, I'm going to talk about some of the things very briefly, and then I will open the floor for the question and answers so we can have an interactive discussion on all the aspirations you might have for attending this session.
Kanika ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. Like in this session, students can ask anytime. Like we can make it like two-way.
I would recommend to listen to me briefly for 15-20 minutes.
Yes,
and
yes,
then
yes. Yeah.
They can ask as many questions as they want.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. Okay.
It is possible I might answer all their queries in the session itself. So, okay. So benefits of the international exposure is, of course, you gain more confidence and you have a wider network. And most of the businesses, they get, successful with a wider network, which is what you develop if you're coming as a student or as an intern or as, coming here for the placement. So you develop a very good wide network and you are very young, like we are old people, but you are very young and you can have, that networking opportunities wherein you can possibly look for entrepreneurship, building upon certain businesses together with the people out there. And entrepreneurship is something very into Germany as well. And you can collaborate for a lot of activities with the people out here. Enhance the subject knowledge. At times, what I believe, I know about my son, he was earlier in a small school, so he was competing with 40 students. Then he migrated to a bigger school. I'm not naming the schools right now, but then there he has to compete with 400 students. And in the initial school, he was a topper, but in the next school, he was not a topper. So that was more of an exposure that, yes, he needs to build upon more. And now he has migrated to Germany. Now he is competing with the IB level students. And so that's another level of exposure. So it definitely enhances your own subject knowledge about the exposure, about the implementation, about what you need to do, and go and push yourself a little bit more to excel into a particular field. So cross-cultural skills, of course, here in Europe, you face and you get the exposure to so many different cultures, different languages. It's like more like India, isn't it? In India, we speak Malayalam, Telugu, Orissa. So east, north, west, and south, they're all different. And here in Europe, you have France, where French is more prominent. Then you have Dutch, then you have Spanish, you have German, you have Italian. It's like, isn't it, so close to India? And then independence and self-confidence, which you will always, always get with the travel. It's a major advantage of travel. If you're traveling a lot, you are getting more and more perseverance to face new things, new challenges, which you are getting, and which prepares you for the lifetime, actually, and to face any kind of challenge you might have in particular as a life lesson as well. So modes of entering into a European workforce, study a language. So if you just wish to, come here to just see how this country works and you don't want to, really decide to migrate, you can come here for 3 to 6 months on a full-time intensive language course. But that doesn't give you the post-study work permits here. It's very small thing. Then study a degree program. There are the public universities, private universities, depending upon your background and the profile, there's a possibility to enter anywhere. It's possible. And we have a team in Germany who help the students to apply here. Public universities fees is approximately starts from €0 to 1,500 euros. A private university fees is approximately 5,000 euros per semester fee. I'm telling you, 5,000 euros to 20,000. So public universities is a good opportunity. Private universities is also a good opportunity, especially for the masters, because masters here is only for 1 or 1.5 year. So it's not a very big investment as well. And the good thing that we are doing through Plateau is also helping the internships for the students who are coming here with us, for primarily easy for the study abroad programs, wherein you're spending 1 semester with one of the colleges here and then doing internship. It's easy for us, but we are also able to find in the past internship for a few students who already know German. It's easy. In technical lines, in data science lines, software development, cloud computing. In the technical side, it's easier. In the management side, it's little hard. Let me be very frank with you, but we can build upon certain skills to and discuss about your pathway, how it is possible if you're interested. Final placements is also possible. You can, but language will always be an essential to get you into the skilled market. So this is also possible. And the skill set goes the same. The technical is easier than the managerial fields. So why Germany? What I find is the strength of the visa. Germany is the third most prominent visa amongst all the entire world. The first is Japan, then Singapore, according to 2021 data, and then Germany, then South Korea, and then you have all the other European countries: Finland, Italy, Luxembourg, Spain, Austria, Denmark, France. So they are all European countries, which are just, near to you. And there is a possibility once you are in one Schengen country, there is a possibility after a couple of years to migrate and settle down in any of the neighboring European countries as well. The most easiest way of settling in Germany is to enter as a student. We are collaborating with the universities as well to make certain programs wherein the students can do part program in India and part here. Then it's more economical for you. And then it's more like from the institutional level, we are able to prepare you for the skill set which is required here as well. So this is what an easy way with the university or the institutions in India, we can collaborate to bring you here. Other EU countries, you can travel to all the Schengen countries. There is possibility to travel to 26 Schengen visa countries, and you can work freely after 2 years in any of the EU or EEA country. Permanent residency, it's very easy in Germany. As long as you're working, you're employed and taking care of your expenses, nobody can stop you from staying here. It's unlike, the United States, which has become very hard now, and it's not much expensive. So you can get the permanent residency in either 2 or 3 years, depending upon many things about your background, about the job you're doing, how much money you're earning. And then you can get your German passport in 7 to 8 years. It's a smooth transition, and you can invest in the property the moment you are entering if you have the certain full-time employment, and you can get the lending, So cost of living, it really depends upon place to place, state to state here in Germany. There are 16 states here in Germany, and each one of them are very different, I would say. So like Munich, I'm based in Munich. I have been to Berlin earlier. So Berlin is much more cheaper, inexpensive student and a startup hub. And Munich is more like little expensive, and it has many big companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon. So Munich is more of a posh hub, so it's little more expensive. So accommodation really depends upon the place, 400 to 900 euros per month, possibly. Travel from India, visa is most inexpensive from India to Germany, and it's possible. We do offer, the counseling, the free counseling for visa. If any one of you wish to have, you can do it on your own. You do not really need a consultant to do a visa for Germany. It's less than 10,000 INR itself. So visa to Germany is very inexpensive. Travel one way is also not much, it's 35K one side. Insurance is mandatory here, which you need to spend upon, and local and leisure travel, you can get the student ticket, which allows you to travel locally, and leisure travel, there's no limit to it as much as you want. Prospective earnings, then you can, if you're coming as a student, then you can earn for a certain number of days you can work here. If you're coming on internship, it can be either a paid internship or an unpaid internship, depending upon your profile. As a professional, if less than 5 years of experience, professional earns easily 35K to 60K. The range is high because, of course, the background and the skill set really means a lot here. Taxes is 40%, that takes care of your social security, insurance, and other taxation. So whatever you're earning, you can think as a single person, 40% is going out of your salary. If you are as a family coming here, then if your spouse is not working, then 33% goes out for the social security. So then you pay less taxes if you're coming as a family. And it's not that easy, it's more complicated, but I'm just summarizing the important things for you as target audience at this point of time. Other benefits, if you work for 1 year, now the social security is very strong here because you pay and contribute for the social security, so they really take care of yourself. If you work for 1 year here and then you leave your job, then you get 60% of the salary. You get so many free certifications for skilling you up, for changing your stream. In Germany, it's very easy to switch your stream. You just feel monotonous in one stream. You can, feel free to leave it and then study for another year and then upskill yourself and then work in another stream. So these things are very good for the workforce here. The work-life balance is very, very respected in Germany. You will not be expected to work anytime beyond your working hours in general. And you have a lot of rights, a lot of holidays here, which you definitely are allowed to avail. The downside of Germany is the language. Of course, those who do not learn language, then they feel that there is a problem here and they don't feel motivated to stay longer. But you can turn it to the upside by learning it once. Yeah. So, and many of you already know German, so that's not a downside for you. So, skills to be successful in the international market. So, generally, what I have seen as an experience, students coming from India and they come here for either 1 month or 1 semester study abroad programs, or they come here for internships. But you should start preparing right in India for upskilling yourself, to be preparing yourself to come here and come up with the mindset that you need to be inculcating yourself into the culture and to the higher level of the reflection. Reflection means you need to be serious, you need to learn more and more creative thinking and, the recommendation and the problem solving mindset. So you need to start studying into the depth. You should start studying research papers, wider reading, so that you can suggest recommendations. You should be a problem solver. You should, prepare yourself well to network with people, your personality overall, how you present. Wider reading also includes reading of the news. You should be aware of what is going ahead and what, so that you can sensitize yourself that here is an opportunity and here you can make a benefit of that opportunity. And then what I believe is always the postgraduate students must learn the technical skills, Microsoft Excel. Every postgraduate student must formally learn Microsoft Excel. So project management skills, wherever you are going, you have to manage a project, whether it's a small project or a big project. So it's good to be learning some technical skills. At least these are the basic bare minimums. The data analytics skills is another thing which you should invest in. Some digital and ethical skills should also be, you should apprise yourself as a part of being a management student for sure. So study beyond your regular courses to upgrade your skill set. The open positions right now, there are a few open positions in the data science and the software area for the internships, but these are always on ongoing basis. So if you're interested, you can share your documents with us and we will get back to our team here in Germany and they can try to review your profile and try to find some of the matching opportunities for yourself. They might be paid or unpaid, and if you have a German language, then it's good. Placement opportunities, I do place a lot of open positions here at my website. And as well as right now, we are recruiting for data science and software development. German language is not mandatory for that. And salaries depends upon the profile. So keep checking our website, my LinkedIn profile. I do post a lot of positions on my LinkedIn profile as well. Right now, if you want to apply for internships, you can send me your CV, transcripts and the degree of the last examination, and one-page motivation letter to say what you have done in the past, what were your key achievements, any accolades if you have, any experience if you have, and which field you are interested in to pursue your career in future. So my number and my WhatsApp number and my email is there on the screen. Now the floor is open for question and answers.
So, Dr. Kanika, Anuj this side, what I'm getting from your, your brief talk, like, I guess student at this stage, they require certain skill if they want internship or jobs out there in Germany. Like, first of all, they should, during college years, they should grasp a good knowledge of German language, at least, beginner A1, A2 level, they should clear it so that it can be helpful for them when they will place themselves there. Another thing is that technical skills are required, like you said, you will work on different projects, so like project management or something like Excel and all those basics. And one thing is also coming to my mind, like after doing their PGTM over here, they can do like in Germany, like many education is not so costly, so they can do like 1 or 2 month some technical course, and that technical course can be a gateway for them to enter in Germany. What do you think?
Yes. So, so one is right now, if they have the engineering background and little German language, they can immediately we will be able to possibly find an opportunity for them.
Okay.
If they're coming just from the managerial skills and they have the German language skills as well, we can still find an opportunity, possibly an opportunity for them, because it's an
Okay.
individual profile, so I can't promise, but we can try. The third is about the additional technical skills and the skill upgradation programs, which I'm talking about. It's a long-term thing. It's just a suggestion to the students that when you are there studying for the PGDM, you should definitely, invest your time and efforts in learning some of the things which makes you more employable.
Mhm.
These are
So
not the mandate, but this is helpful to all the students to be employable.
is it possible like there are if a student wants to do like 1 or 2 month technical program right from here online in through Germany, and then uh, they want to go for internship, like technical skills is required, so they can do simultaneously by doing their PGDM here. Along with that, they can do some technical course over there online, and German language they are learning over here, so that they will be eligible to be to be to be there at Germany.
Yes, yes. I would not recommend an online course for this because online course. So what is the possible alternate here is we can help you to have some of the credit mapping into
Okay.
one of the courses here, depending upon what kind of courses you're offering. And if we are able to collaborate with one university, for instance, for some program wherein they accept part credit of the PGDM done at Apeejay, for instance, and
Mhm.
their own program, then I would recommend the students can come here for study 1 year at your Apeejay, and then
Mhm.
they come here for 6 months and they study here for 6 months into that business school, and then it's very easy for them to settle out here.
No, there's a mix of students. Few of the students are
Yeah,
graduating in April, May, so they are looking for final placement. So from
yeah.
their perspective, like if they want placement or internship, what they need to do? First of all,
So,
knowledge of German language.
yeah.
Okay, another thing, what they need to do.
Um, do you think that any of your students might have the B.Tech or Bachelor of Engineering and then they're doing MBA or PGDM? Then it's very easy
Okay, okay.
for the transition.
Any of you have BTech background?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
BTech Dairy Technology.
Okay,
Dairy technology.
okay, 1 minute. Raise your
Mhm.
hand. Raise your hand. I will ask you one by one. Okay, Rahul has
Sure, sure.
raised hand. Okay, so Rahul, the floor. Aditya has raised hand. Rahul has raised hand. Two people have raised hand. I can see.
Sir,
Um,
Kajal is also there.
okay, Kajal has also raised hand. So Rahul, the floor is open. You can directly talk to a ma'am. What is the opportunity for you?
Yes, ma'am. Afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Rahul.
Yes, ma'am. I also did my BTech, and after that, I take admission in APG School of Management. So, ma'am, what's the opportunity for me so that I can get a job in Germany?
Right. So, here to everybody, I think it's very hard to generalize Anuj and everybody, but I would request all of you to be sharing your profile with me, and we need to interview each one of you who is interested so that we get to know each one of you. And even if you might have a certain transition, for instance, you have a B.Tech and you have a PGDM then, but Again, each one of your skill set and the background and the depth of the knowledge will be very different. So with you, if you have some area, for instance, into the dairy, for instance, then it's the corresponding program or the area we need to find for you. So it cannot be told like over the board that, okay, you are placeable, you are not placeable. So the common areas are that you need to submit your documents, we will evaluate and then interview you, and then we'll take it ahead. Second is very easy, that you still come here and pursue your 1-year program, and then you go ahead into the employment market.
Okay. So, students, whatever questions you have in mind, first of all, this thing is for all of you. Like many of you think like investment in German language is is a waste of thing. Many of you have this thinking, but if you know German language, you have another door of opportunities waiting for you. So this is the peak time of your career. Try to enhance your skills, like ma'am is saying, you need to enhance your skill, and German language is the first gateway to enter you in a country like Germany. Anyone wants to ask anything, the floor is open. You can ask to ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Good
If you allow me,
evening.
I would like to
1 minute.
ask.
Raise your hand. I'll invite you one by one. Okay. Leena, you want to ask? You can.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Like, I had a background of hospitality for 3 years. I worked in a French company. So after that, I joined the PGDM. So is there any opportunity for me in Germany? Because I don't have a BTech background, but I do have a
Yeah.
background in hospitality.
Right. Yes, definitely. Hospitality is still easier. And what's your level of German language?
I am learning the basic level. Now, A1 we are
Okay.
learning right now.
And when are you passing out?
We'll be passing out in the
2023.
PG 2023.
So you still have time to prepare.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yours seems to be a very good case. I think we might be able to fetch some internship opportunity for you as well in the hospitality area. It's possible. So if we can get an internship opportunity, you can come in between as well for 3 months internship, for instance, and before you pass out. And once you pass out, you still have, some time to learn more German as well.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
there is a very good case for yourself to be.
Just yes. Thank you, ma'am. Just one more thing. Like I said, I am from hospitality, but if I have to move from hospitality, so there are any other options which will include the skills that I've learned in hospitality, but I can be a part of other industry as well.
Yeah. So would you like to say more about your profile in hospitality, as in
I have
what did you
worked.
do?
I have worked as a assistant restaurant manager for 3 years, and handled a team ranging from 3 people to 35 people, and also handled guests of different nationalities. They were Germany, they were from Germany, they are from Europe, everywhere, anywhere in the world. People used to travel because my hotel was near the Indira Gandhi International Airport. So people used to stay there for a day or two, then they leave for their work.
So what
That's
was
it.
your role there? Means
I
were you in the
I was the
front office?
front
Okay,
facing.
okay. So do send me your CV and then we'll take it from there.
Yes, ma'am. I'll share with you. I have noted down your email ID. I'll share with you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Aditya.
Oh, yes, sir. First of all, very good afternoon, ma'am. I have done my bachelor's of technology in dairy technology. So I'm an agriculture engineer, and then I have came to Apeejay School of Management to pursue my PGDM in the field of HR as well as marketing. So, I also have a very I have a very much experience of organizing events, event management. I have organized